Welcome back to the Coastal Zone and welcome to the Coastal Zone, the two-night special for our season finale here on Total Extreme Wrestling 9. This is a Let's Play series in the default database. If you enjoy this video, please remember to like it and subscribe to the channel here on Spike Piledriver. My name is Anders, and let's get into things. Right, before we get to our night one of our two-night special, which we're going to cover all in a single episode, 4 wrestlers have handed in their notice and they will be gone in 18 days, which is a bit gutting because Swipe Romero, he was, coming along nicely. Eureka LaBelle, again, decent part of the undercard. But the key one here is Juliet Balconi, who is scheduled to fight for the tag team titles on night 2. And, spoiler alert, they might have won them. She was also scheduled to face Remy Sky on night 1, and she was definitely going to win that one. But if she's leaving now, I'm not going to put her in that match. And she's going to be off to film a TV show at the end of the month as well. So, sorry love, you are not getting your push anymore. And unfortunately, I had just officially made them a tag team. Frankie Perez and Juliet Balconi as individuals, but a tag team called Respect. So that's now going to be ending after one match officially. Well, 2, because they'll have the title match as well, which is unfortunate. Willow leaves. She's the manager of the former tag champions, the Beach Boys, but she'd only got good chemistry with one of them, so that kind of means I don't have to split them up now, I guess. And also joining is Snapdragon, who has recently left his job at EILL, so he's back in the Coastal Zone to provide a mentorship role for his nephew, Snapdragon Jr., and tag team partner Komodo Dragon, as part of Double Dragon. So maybe we'll have some trios matches where we triple up the dragons. Triple Dragon seems fine, or Dragon Cubed, or however you want to go through it. But that is the latest on contractual issues going forth. We have got some things also happening with some very minor appearances on contracts. So Frederic, who we brought in just to screw over because he refused to job to Frankie Boy Fernandez, he's got 1 match left on his contract. He'll be jobbing to someone small and minor just to piss him off even more on night 1. And Remy Sky's got 2 appearances left as well. He's going to be on night 1 and night 2, and then he'll be gone. Also interesting to note for Frederic here, who refused to job to Frankie Boy Fernandez when he was on loan. Obviously came in. He was angry about it, but he did so. And then Frankie Boy Fernandez went to Puerto Rico and beat him anyway. He's nowhere near as over there as he is in the Southwest. But he had no problem putting him over in his own territory, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. And it wasn't a particularly good match compared to the one we had when I brought him on his little screw you contract. But never mind, that's what happens. Apparently, could only manage to beat him by count out the first time. And then he's done the job to him anyway, so whatever. I mean, if that's how you're going to play the game, that's how you're going to play the game. Speaking of the COT World title, Frankie Boy Fernandez has now defending it 9 times. If we have a quick look, I think that was the only defense between the shows. Yeah, so he's been to the Caribbean, basically, to defend it there for the first time. He's a fighting champion. He's defending it everywhere possible. So that's good. Right, on to tonight's event. We've got night 1, which I will go through booking-wise, add things into the show, add the angles in, run the show, and then I'll skip forward to running night 2 as well, because I want to keep some things a little bit secret as we go through and not ruin everything just before we get into them. So we'll go through into night 1 right now, and we're not going to give anyone the night off because I don't like to, even though I could probably make some more money if I didn't make use of everyone and pay them all. But there we go. We're going to go to San Francisco as our region hosting venue place thing for tonight's show. Broadcasters, again, Wrestle World, because they are our broadcaster, yes. And the booking team, yeah, let's have a look. How much stored have we got? Loads. Stored at the full capped amount at 250. Okay, we need to spend some creative energy then. Creative finish. Yep, that's a near certainty, including Frankie Boy Fernandez. That's good. Brilliant. Creative finish. Let's do another one. This one is a safe bet and there's no restrictions. And we'll do a final creative finish. So we've got 3 of them. This one, again, another safe bet. We'll call that V2 because it's going to have the same name. So there we go. 2 safe bets, 1 sure thing. Great. So that's 150 U's. We've got 100 points left. We'll go with a couple of angles. Why not? That's a safe bet. Wonderful. And another angle. Also a safe bet. Right, that's version 2. Done. Okay, so we've got plenty of things that should work. They should, in theory, work. Let's see how they go on, because they haven't been doing very well for us so far. Locker room incidents. Frankie Boy Fernandez trying to bring in Eureka LaBelle for some team bonding. Didn't work, just annoyed him. He's leaving anyway, so why bother? Backstage rumor mill. California Love Machine and Miguel Rivera getting into a heated argument. Not great. Okay, Mas Cougar doing some good training with the women. Frankie Boy Fernandez doing some good training with the men. And that is nearly it. Oh, Victor Kim, who's one of the new rookies who's just joined us from the Coastal Resort, is getting on really well with Frankie Boy Fernandez, so that's good. Malik Cash doing a classic rib on Tigre Salvaje, and it's okay. Everyone's laughing. Brilliant. That's good. We like that. We're going to skip the addressing the locker room because we're going to do something big for night number 2. We've only got 4 segments pre-booked in this one for night number 1. We've got our double main event from night 2 in a tag team match because it's like WrestleMania. Why not? Fox Max 2 may be defeating Frederic in an opening contest, potentially. I'm not going to put any spoilers out there. Triple Dragon taking on in a trios match, and then a tag title bout. Obviously, we've got 2 tag title number 1 contenders, so we'll be doing that first one tonight as well. So we'll add all of those. In fact, we'll bring in the... No, we don't need to bring in the announced title tonight, do we? Because it's not a title match. We'll do the pre-booking matches first. So our main event will be this one. Add it to booking sheet. Yep, that is our... Maybe bump up the time a little bit. There we go, 25 minutes. Then we're going to bring in our tag title match. That one, excellent. Then our three-way, our trios match. Yep, getting the Snapdragons over. And spoiler, Fox Max 2 is going to beat Frederic. Not at all bothered. He's furious. Don't care. Sorry, you should have done the job when you were brought in to do a job, and we wouldn't have this issue at all, would we? No. If we look at pre-booking for night number 2, actually, whilst we're here, because we can, we've got more matches booked for night number 2. Hugh Dask is going to fight Remy Sky, Mas Cougar and American Flash for the Extreme title, Frankie Boy Fernandez with Carlos Barrera for the double title, California Love Machine against Snapdragon. It's sort of like a dream match, I guess. 4-way tag team number 1 contenders match, and also the tag team titles there as California Dreams would defend against Respect because, spoilers, they're going to win against the Wildcats tonight. So that's what's in store for night number 2. We've got another half hour or so to book for night number 1, maybe about another 50 minutes actually. So we'll go through there. We've got loads of people who haven't been booked. But obviously we don't need to book everyone tonight because we can book them tomorrow night as well because it's a 2-night event. So we'll go through and do something like that. Let's drop in a singles match first. We want to use, in fact we'll exclude already booked. We're going to use Remy Sky here and see who we can give the rub to. Frankie Perez, I mean, he doesn't really need it. California Love Machine doesn't really need it. There's Remy Sky and the well-known. So someone on the recognisable list. Obviously, we've got Hugh Ask facing him tomorrow night. Maybe someone like Zell Quinn. Everyone else is in a tag team. Maybe we'll bring Zell Quinn in just to see if he can beat him. So Remy Sky is over of 38 in the Southwest. Zell Quinn at 22. Hugh Ask, 24, who we're facing in the next night. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll get Zell Quinn in to beat Remy Sky. I mean, it'll be the start of a push for him, I guess. So we're not... Remy Sky's literally been brought in to do 3 jobs. So we'll try and steal the show with this one as well. Why not? And see if Remy Sky's happy to do so. He is, of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? We'll bump that one up there because it's obviously going to be better than the Fox Mask 2 jobbing over Frederic. So that'll be good. 81 minutes now booked. We're going to add in our traditional wild... We'll do another trios. We'll bring in a trios division. Why not? Let's see what tag teams can be chucked in here. So Respect are going to be included in the tag title match in night 2. So they can come in here and get a victory with the Apex Twins on the other side. And then we just need some singles people on there as well. Maybe we'll continue the failed push of Altitude. Give him, you know, the teaming with Respect on the three-man team on that side of things. And Eureka LaBelle's leaving, so you can go in here to eat the pin. There we go. Just set this up. We'll get Altitude to get the win over Eureka LaBelle. Why not? We'll drop that in there. See who's unhappy. Nobody. Excellent. So that's got us over the threshold for 90 minutes. We still want to book another sort of 20 minutes and then a couple of angles as well. So we'll do that. And if we go through and have a look now, maybe another tag team contest. We'll do another three-way match. Just drop in some more teams in here as well, just to get things going. So Thunderstruck and Beach Boys, they can go. So Air Raid Siren can team with Thunderstruck, and the Beach Boys can have Onslaught on their team. And we'll basically just drop that in for 11, 12 minutes, not put a winner in, and just let the road agent sort it out. I mean, I'm technically the road agent, so... I mean, no, Dylan's the road agent for this one, but we'll just go with that. We've got no preference over who gets the win in that match. And then we'll just drop in a couple of angles as well to round out the show. Probably pop something in the pre-show as well to heat the crowd up. And we'll be back in a second to go through the card for night number 1. And then we'll do the same for night number 2. Okay then, here we go with the pre-show for night number 1. It's only being held in front of 1,000 people actually, which is disappointing. I think I've upped the tickets for the 2-night event, so that might be why. But never mind, we'll go with it. In the pre-show, we've just got a 8-man tag, basically. Viento Negro gets the win over Swipe Romero. 41 segment rating, Jonathan Frost being the weak link. We've just chucked in a load of no-names to try and fill out the pre-show. But onto the show proper. And our first no, not triple, I was going to say three-way or triple threat, no. Trios match sees Onslaught and the former tag champs, the Beach Boys, beating Air Raid Siren and Thunderstruck. So that's going to move forward nothing, really. It's a bit of a throwaway to start the show, but we're not going to be on throwaways for much longer, as Altitude gets the win when he teams with Respect against Eureka LaBelle and the Apex Twins. Obviously, Frankie Perez pulled up everyone's performance here because he's just so much better. 46 segment rating gets things rolling nice and tidily. We've now got a hot crowd as we move forward to the matches that really matter, and the first one of which is Fox Mask 2 absolutely humiliating Frederic with a Fox Hunter in just under 10 minutes. Gets a 34 rating. Doesn't matter, they didn't have chemistry, it was awkward, but it gives him a nice boost of popularity because why not? Frederic will never be seen here again. Sorry, not sorry. Remy Sky then does the deed for Zell Quinn, and this starts our impromptu push of Zell Quinn because, I mean, why not? I mean, Remy Sky was off his game, as he always is, but Zell Quinn put in a good performance, gets a 49 rating, not a 79 rating. That would be incredible. They did okay. They got the crowd buzzing as they tried to steal the show, but the segment rating did okay and will bump Zell Quinn up, and hopefully he will be nicely primed for a push going forward. We might chuck him in a tag team at some point as well to see if we can get him up the card. Speaking of tag teams, Snapdragon is back, and I forgot to make this scripted. Never mind. It gets a 19 rating as an angle, which it was a success, the angle idea, but I forgot to script him, and he's not happy about it. Oh, well, I didn't do very well about it. Anyway, we see the return of the original Snapdragon. He talks about how proud he is of his nephew, Snapdragon Jr., and wants to lead him and his partner, Komodo Dragon, all the way to the Coastal Zone Tag Team titles. That road starts tonight with a trios match, and he's much better in the ring than he was on the microphone, and he helps the team get a victory over Johnny Perez and the Inner City Express. Perez takes the pinfall from Snapdragon Jr., who we will be pushing, obviously, as part of this tag team in general, but he does decently enough in the ring. The guys on the other side of the ring put in a better in-ring performance. Even Snapdragon at his old age can only manage a 37, but a 47 segment rating gets us moving nicely on that new storyline / angle. California Dreams have defended their second defense of the tag team titles, first over 2 nights, by defeating the Wildcats. Kira Lee getting the victory of El Jaguar with a dream drop. As I said, second defense of the titles, 14 minutes gone. Crowd got nice and hot after this one. A 65 rating for our semi-main. I think it's the semi-main event tonight. It should be the semi-main event tonight, which is good because hopefully our main event will be even better and get that overall rating for the show nice and high in the 60s. Next up, we had a 2-part angle just before the main event. Frankie Boy Fernandez talks up his run as double champion, both COT and Coastal Zone. He's ready to defend his titles once again tomorrow night. And then we cut to Carlos Barrera, who's been on a roll after losing the Extreme title. He earned his shot in the Riptime Rumble, and he will be looking for the gold again tomorrow. 46 rating keeps us nicely in tune for our main event, which gets us 78. Frankie Boy Fernandez and Mas Cougar, the champions going into night number 2, are defeated by Carlos Barrera and American Flash. Barrera getting one back on Mas Cougar with a Curb Your Enthusiasm after losing his Extreme title to him a few months ago, and that is the victory there. Even with American Flash off his game, he's in amazing form, but he's off his game. Bit of an oxymoron there. Everyone got a good in-ring performance. Frankie Boy Fernandez leading the way. Segment rating of a 78 to finish the show in style. It did the business. Hopefully this means an overall rating of the show in the 60s. It does. 64 would be even higher with the production being bumped up, but I don't see the need of spending extra money on the production to match the RIPW when we're still getting gains everywhere on our popularity with shows like this. Yes, the overall show would be rated higher if we had those production increases, but we don't need them. Essentially, that's where I'm at. I don't need to address the locker room. There's no injuries. Financial report, money, not as much as normal because we've had less people in attendance. I think we've just upped the... I can't remember exactly, but I think we upped the ticket prices for the double show. So, okay, fine. Popularity-wise, it's gone up everywhere. We're up to 48 in the Southwest. Northwest at 35. Mid-South up to 30. Doing nicely in Canada as well. We're getting that little... spill over into Mexico for 14s in the 2 northern regions there. So we're doing well across the board. I'm happy about that. And that's the post-show complete. Now, obviously, Frederic is gone. Sorry, not sorry again. And we're nearing the end of quite a few people's contracts. This will be the last show for a lot of people. So we'll send them out in style on their back looking at the lights. Obviously, Remy Sky is one of them. And all of the people who just decided that they were leaving. So... there we go. Frederic gone. Kira Lee's off to Japan again on tour. Frederic gone. Good. Juliet Balconi talks well. Give her promo time. I would, Frankie. I would, but she's leaving us, so I can't. 50,000 watched on WrestleWorld. Excellent. And these are all the people who told me they were leaving at the beginning of May. We've covered them already. Right. What we'll do now is I'll go through and book night 2 in secret, and you'll be back in a second to see how we get on. Okay then, here we go for night number 2. We're back in San Francisco. We've got just over 2,000 people back in attendance again tonight. It's our season finale, and the pre-show sees 2 people who are leaving us. Swipe Romero and Eureka LaBelle going down to the Apex Twins. Gives them a nice little rub as they leave. A 50 segment rating for the pre-show, which was nice as well. Obviously, the 2 guys leaving put in a better performance, but that doesn't matter because they're going. On to the beginning of the show, and Brendan Idol randomly turned up backstage and asked if he could have a job tonight. So we said, yes, you can do a job tonight. And he did one for Frankie Perez, who's missing out on a tag team title shot, which we'll cover more later in the show. But it was a good match. 50 again on the segment rating. Brought the crowd up nicely and gives Frankie Perez something to do on our season finale. Moving on to our already scheduled contests. The 4-team elimination match for a tag team title shot was won by Double Dragon. Excellent. And they've got good chemistry, as we've already covered. So, fantastic. It's Willow's last night as well, so we're not going to have that Chet Chavez note ever again. 52 rating. The Beach Boys were out as the last elimination. Gangsta Nation first, Thunderstruck in the middle. The Dragons doing everything they can to get a tag team title shot, despite Snapdragon Jr. being the weak link and struggling to keep up with everyone else. Never mind, we'll carry on. Going forward, Huda Ask pinned Remy Sky with his cutthroat driver. He got another victory. Remy Sky once again off his game. It's his final night. They tried to steal the show. 57 rating. Remy, thank you for coming in and doing 3 jobs. See you in 10 years. Thanks a lot. He's just like Jeff Hardy, isn't he, basically? Next up, Juliet Balconi has apologised to Frankie Perez for leaving. She's off to film a new TV show and try her luck wrestling elsewhere. She also references the fact that she respects the tag team champions who they should be facing tonight. But Kira Lee's off to Japan, and I kind of missed the fact that her tour started tonight. So, Juliet Balconi will face Sky Hermosa today in her final match, and she did well, 42 rating, but she's also doing the job to Sky Hermosa, who puts in a great show, gets a 61 rating for the match, and is kind of, by proxy, defends the tag team titles in a singles match, and they did a good job. Thanks for coming, Juliet. You're off now. Maybe again, we'll call you back in the future. but thank you for doing the business on your way out. And then we have a bit of a dream match of sorts. Not really, because it kind of everyone was off the game. And it got a 46 rating, brought the crowd down a little bit. And it's a bit of a shame. But California Love Machine did a job, won over Snapdragon with an LAX departure, 13 minutes. It's a bit disappointing, neither man put in a great performance. Snapdragon probably can't go very well in the ring anymore. But this is probably going to be last singles match. He's just going to be in trios with his tag team that he's now managing as well. But the 46 sets us up nicely for a fantastic finishing run towards the end of the show. Our double main event, our double title match. American Flash won the Coastal Zone Extreme Championship by defeating Masked Cougar in 21 minutes with his high velocity senton. Both of them put in a great performance. American Flash is in amazing form, and we had a creative finish. That was a success. A 79 rating for the segment. I think that's our best match so far, as our main event has the potential to outdo it. But we do have a new Extreme Champion as we go through our final show of the season, our season finale. Coastal Zone, welcome to the Coastal Zone night number 2. And before we get to our main event, Frankie Boy Fernandez reiterates what he said all along. He's double champion for a reason and will remain double champion forevermore. But can Carlos Ferreira do the unthinkable and upset the apple cart and take both titles? No. In a ladder match, Frankie Boy Fernandez won. He got the title belts from the hook. Defense number 7 for the Coastal Zone Championship. Defense number 10 for the Cop World title. And they've got great chemistry. And they got a 78 rating, which would be fantastic if not for the fact the match before it got a 79. The creative finish was a success as well. And that is a fantastic closing run to our main show of the year. Got a 68 overall rating. Our 2 main matches delivered. They have been the stars of the show and the stars of this series so far. Once again, if our production was higher, that overall rating would be higher than a 68, but it's done the business. We are going to thank Frankie Boy Fernandez on a fantastic performance. We're going to do the same for Carlos Barrera on a fantastic performance, and American Flash as well. Sorry, Masked Cougar, I've only got 3 people that can praise. Anyway, thank you. Everyone's happy. Brilliant. Yeah, pleased. Very happy. Seem pleased. Brilliant. Financial report. Made a load of money. Excellent. 37 grand on this show. We're over 300,000 now. Popularity boosted everywhere. Once again, up to 49 now in the Southwest. It is on a roll. And there's no media scrum because that's just because we're a small company. Anyway, hopefully Welcome to the Coastal Zone has been a success for you, the viewer, as much as it has been for me, the booker. I've enjoyed booking this show. It's been great as an overall show. Remy Sky's gone. Yeah, we knew that. And 53,000, which I think is the most viewed on WrestleWorld. A quick recap of our champions. Frankie Boy Fernandez still the Coastal Zone champion. He's now going on for 155 days. 7 successful defenses. Tag team titles should really be on 3 defenses. I'm glad I put both title matches on the weekend. Never mind. And we've got a new Extreme Champion as American Flash becomes a 4-time champion. Excellent job in the main event of the night. In fact, we'll go for the top 100. That was definitely the best show we've done. What about best matches? Yeah, number 1 and number 2. So we've now got 4. Oh, it was equal actually with Frankie Perez and Frankie Boy Fernandez getting a 79 as well. I forgot about that one. I thought that was a 78. But we put in 2 great matches. Well, 3, if essentially over the nights, over 2 nights. The 3 of the best 4 matches we've done this year came over this weekend, so that's excellent. We're losing 4 people at the end of the month. Frederick's gone, Remy Sky's gone. We're going to be down to 37 active wrestlers, which is still perfectly fine. Speaking of what's coming up next, though, we've got Surf Slam in about 3 weeks, which isn't very long at all. It's literally 3 weeks until Surf Slam, and I'm not sure who we're going to be booking where in that one. So I'll go away and I will have a look at what we can do for Surf Slam and put on a good show for you guys next time out. Once again, if you've enjoyed this video, remember to like it and subscribe to the channel here on Spike Piledriver, and I will see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching.